You know, one of the things that Chris and I have noticed since we've been here on Arm, that there seems to be a lack of insects this year. And in fact, we were in the foxgloves the other day.
Hardly
and we
anything.
only saw a couple of bees,
Yeah.
didn't we?
And I was running a moth trap a couple of weeks ago, caught 20 moths. Not 20 species, just 20 individuals on a fine night.
And how much do you expect to get?
Oh, just a few years ago, we were catching hundreds of individuals of about 40 species.
Well, it's certainly something that you've been noticing, and there's a lot of chat on Twitter noticing that there is a lack of invertebrates. Moths, butterflies, bees, insects. Now, we do know that there has been a massive decline of invertebrates in the last few decades, but is this year particularly bad? Well, we asked some of our partners, BTO, BugLife, Butterfly Conservation and Bumblebee Conservation Trust, and they said although there is anecdotal evidence, they haven't got enough data yet to really put a scientific judgment on that. But we do know that invertebrates are affected by weather, and certainly the weather in the last year has been extraordinary.
Yeah, let's just take one of those groups to look at to start with, our butterflies. They're very popular, noticeable insects, of course. What we've seen is that the multi-generational species, things like small tortoiseshell, red admirals, brimstone, peacock, last spring in 2022, they started strong. Then we had a drought and they finished badly because all of the food plant for their caterpillars shriveled up. And we've seen, again, a really poor spring from those insects this year, not surprisingly, because their caterpillars simply didn't make it through last summer. But what about those species which have single generations? Things like the browns and the blues, ringlets, here, common blue, silver-studded blue. Well, they're only just starting to emerge. So it remains to be seen whether the drought last year, or indeed even the drought that we're suffering at the moment this year, is having an impact. They may well be late because we had a very cold and wet spring here. But just like Michaela says, at the moment it's personal observations. It's my moths, it's your moths. We need to turn that into good science, and that means good citizen science projects.
But what about bees as well? As I say, lots of people are noticing that there aren't as many bees around, and the Bumblebee Conservation Trust has done a few surveys already. They've found that there are lower than average numbers, but not unprecedented. Slightly lower numbers in March. There was a big drop-off in May. And numbers of worker bees certainly are down, and obviously they're very important. And that is because of poor weather. We're now seeing more of them come out because the weather has improved. But as Chris says, what they need is data. So all of these partners need data, and they need you to go out and do citizen science. And there are plenty of surveys that you can get involved with, and information is on our website. But let me just say, it is just as important to give your results if you don't see anything as if you do. So do get involved and let them know if you've had a good day or a bad day.